Hey, my name is Jody, and I want to encourage you that when God calls you, He will equip you. Have you ever felt like God is asking you to do something that you're just not capable of doing? You feel like you should pray with someone, but you're not sure how to. Or you feel like it's time to begin to honor God with your finances, but you can't imagine finding room to squeeze God in. When God calls you to do something big, He will equip you to do something big. When I was in second grade, my teacher would sometimes leave the room, and she would choose a student to come up to the front of the room to take names. This person's job was to now watch the room and write the names of anyone who broke a classroom rule while the teacher was gone. What I remember is the power I felt when I was chosen to do this. What I didn't understand is I neither deserved this responsibility nor did I know how to properly use it. If one of my friends acted up, I would write their name on the board behind me, and if they did it again, I'd give them a check mark. Now, I don't remember if there were any real consequences, and I don't think there were, but somehow it seemed to make the teacher feel better and actually managed to control the chaos that would have happened had the teacher just left the room with nobody in charge. Another time I was given a responsibility beyond me was when I was asked to lead worship at a new church plant. It was brand new, it hadn't even started yet, and the guy who was supposed to lead worship left. The grand opening was coming up in a few weeks, and they needed someone to get them through the summer. I had never led worship in front of a group of adults, mostly adults. It was mostly students. I was so nervous and I had so much doubt. Had it been up to my confidence in myself, I would have never done it. But lucky for them, the most amazing woman I had ever known was involved in the church too. She was leading the kids' ministry, and I knew that I had to impress her. Many, many years later, and 4 kids later, it's safe to say that she was at least a little bit impressed. But through that experience, I learned that I can trust God more when I can't trust myself at all. God often gives me more than I can handle on my own. In Exodus chapters 3 and 4, God speaks to Moses. He tells him that He has chosen Moses to lead His people out of Egypt and out of slavery. The God who created all things uses many signs to prove to Moses that He is God and that He will equip Moses to do this task. But over and over again, Moses protests. In Exodus chapter 3, verse 11, Moses says, "Who am I to appear before Pharaoh? Who am I to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt?" God's response was simply, "I will be with you." And again, chapter 4, verse 1, Moses says, "What if they don't believe me or listen to me?" God tells him to throw a staff on the ground, and it turned into a snake. God tells Moses to show the Egyptians this sign as proof. God then gives him another sign to show the Egyptians and continues to provide support where Moses feels like he wasn't worthy or equipped to fulfill God's calling. In all of Moses' protests, God continually tells him, "I will be with you." And that is God's promise. His promise is that when He calls you to do something, it will be something you can't do. It should feel like a task that's beyond your desires or abilities. When was the last time you felt pushed beyond what you were capable of doing? If it's been a while, pray that God will push you to something new. If it is right now, trust that God will be with you and give you everything you need to accomplish His will. Proverbs 3:5 says, "Trust in the Lord with your whole heart and do not lean on your own understanding." Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope it encouraged you today to know that when God calls you to something big, His promise is, "I will be with you," and He will equip you to do that big thing.